Welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd in the kitchen, frying chicken wings. Annoyed. I hate when I get distracted and start thinking about stuff that was in my subconscious, stuff that I put in my pocket for later, stuff that comes back to me, and I really have honest feelings about it. And I said I was going to let it go, but I can't let it go. It makes me cook my chicken wings too dark. I don't like that. It pisses me off. So now I got a double problem. I should have just said what I wanted to say and felt what I really felt instead of trying to put it in my pocket and act like it was just not a big deal or I was going to process it on my own. You know, one of my things from the past is to process everything on my own because I know the other person's not going to receive what I'm trying to say in the right way, or they're going to just rebuttal, and that's going to piss me off because I feel what I feel and you can't tell me I'm wrong for feeling it, right? Yeah, I used to do that. I have vowed to stop doing that because whether you agree or not, whether you understand or not, is not the concern. The concern is for me. I felt something. I was probably offended by something you said or did. And I can't process that by myself. I have to process it in a way that's respectful to me and say to you, I ain't like that. I felt like I was disrespectful. And I appreciate if you didn't do that again. And whatever their reaction is, it's theirs to own. You don't have to, mitigate it, navigate it, negotiate it. You don't have to do nothing with it. It ain't yours. But what is yours is the right to say, I feel like blah, blah, blah. And I would ask that you respect that and see what they do. That's how it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to say, you know what? It ain't going to go right, so I'm going to just be quiet. Because then what you're doing is building up years and years and years and years and years and years and years of resentment. Don't do that. So anyway, what am I talking about today? Well, this girl that says something I didn't appreciate. Frequently, she always resorts to this. And I usually say, I'm just not going to deal with it. And I'm not going to help her no more. Because, she don't deserve it. But then I get stuck in a conundrum because helping her is helping my grandson. Yeah, my grandson's mother. She's something else. And I'd rather not deal with her most of the time. But I will deal with him all of the time. This particular instance, well, we had a disagreement about how valuable my time is. Because you see, I get my baby off the bus every day. And he stays with me until she gets off work, right? Well, this particular time, she wanted to know if I could take him to the barber shop on Friday evening. You ever been to a barber shop on a Friday evening? My answer was no. It should have ended with that. It should have, because no is a complete sentence. Well, anyway, it didn't end there because she added, well, I'm going to take him, and I'm not taking Kyle. Well, I mean, normally that would be okay, because he's mine. But this time, it's not okay because, well, part of our arrangement when, I was told that she couldn't afford to pay me for my services was she would take him off my hands on occasion. When she lived alone, there was days, weekends, activities, different things that he participated in because I provide a service. She can't pay me, but in turn, I'm going to do this. Well, now it's murky because you're just not going to take him. Okay, that's fine. But it ain't fine. Because it was part of our arrangement that you do things. And now that you live in the same house with me, you can't do the things. You can't take them away. You can't, keep them for the weekend. But you can do other things for them when a possible opportunity arises. Because here's the title of this video. The only proper response is gratitude. Gratitude would be the appropriate answer to this situation. Your gratitude would move you to do something for me because, you can't pay me according to what you said. And because I provide valuable service. It's like my other child. He's the kind of guy who will say, it was only $5, Floyd. Well, it was my $5. He ain't got nothing to do with this, but this is just more of how they do in that generation. I said something recently to him, and he minimized it to, you only did X, Y, and Z, or you only did it because da-da-da-da-da, but it was minimized. And, I don't believe in that. If you benefit from something, you cannot minimize it to nothing when you needed it, and it would have meant everything when you didn't get it. Like, if I did send you $5 and you couldn't get to work without that Cash App to put on your card, then it was a benefit that you needed, right? I provided it. The only response is gratitude. If you got to go to work weird hours and many hours during the week, and somebody keeps your kid and he get to wake up in his warm, comfy bed, or skip on up to somebody else's warm, comfy bed when you leave and keep them company till you come back and get them ready for school, or keep them company till you come back from work, that's a benefit, and the only proper response is gratitude. You don't get to say it's only 3 hours in the evening. They my 3 hours every evening. I get to do what I choose. And I chose to be with my grandson. Not for you. Absolutely not for you. But definitely for him. And I don't deserve to feel conflicted because I feel like you don't appreciate what I'm giving and I'd rather not provide it, but he would suffer in the end if I didn't do it. So you kind of got me in a little handcuff situation. I don't like that. The only proper response is gratitude. I don't like feeling like it at all. If you go to work at 7 a.m., you don't even have to say nothing. You just walk out the door and your son is under his covers. Where else could you do that? Nowhere. The only proper response is gratitude. Raining, cold, whatever, until you get back to him. He don't have to be outside waiting for nobody to do nothing. The only proper response is gratitude. When he gets off the bus every single day at 3:30, I know where I'm going to be. If there's no school, you don't even know there's no school. But my job as a parent is to keep the schedule. And I tell you there's no school that day, and you go, oh, I didn't know that. But you don't make arrangements to take off work. You make arrangements to go to work on time and stay as long as you need to. Because that's the job, right? The only proper response is gratitude. If on Saturday morning I wake up and I want it to be quiet and I want to have a nice cup of tea or something and not have people talk to me, I can't do that. People are always talking to me. People. Multiple people. I had a schedule all set up for my quiet time, which I need to recharge. I cannot live that schedule properly anymore because of the situation that we're in. The only proper response is gratitude. Yes, babe. People come to interrupt my videos to say, can I have some food? Well, the food ain't ready, babe. But I have to talk to the little people. I'm in a conundrum because I feel like I don't want to talk to anybody on Saturday morning or any other given morning. I would like it to be quiet until after everyone leaves the house, and then it's really quiet and I can move about freely and listen to whatever I want to listen to without having to answer to somebody or see what they got on their phone or help them unlock something, unscrew something, open anything, do anything. I don't want to do anything because it's my time and I get to say that. But the way things are set up, that's not my lifestyle anymore at the moment. The only proper response is gratitude. But they don't understand you because they're totally selfish. Most of these kids, how did we raise totally selfish kids? We didn't make it seem like we didn't matter, did we? But then we did because we sacrificed so much. Like it was a right. You have to sacrifice for your kids. It's probably written somewhere. You just got to sacrifice everything for your kids. They come first. They read it. They ain't going to live like that, though. Because their kids, well, I sometimes have to come first. Because, this new generation stuff is me, self-help, self-care, self-healing, blah, blah, blah. And I just need whatever I need to take the anxiety and the pressures of life away. And nobody's going to come between that because I come first. They come first in these generations. Kids are important, and they come next after me in these generations. This is what I've seen. This is what I've observed. I ain't digging it. But yeah, I guess with our behaviors and our sacrifices and our ability to shift from whatever we were doing or thinking or feeling or interested in or pursuing to make sure that they had what they needed, and we left some stuff by the curb. We left our dreams and goals on the damn counter because they needed something. We left our hunger in the back of our minds because they needed something to eat first. We left everything so that they could have, and we would be the best parents ever. Ain't no award for it, but it was almost like you was going for the trophy. And now they think that that means that you would always have to sacrifice for them because those are the rules. But they never ever take on that same mantle and be like, I gotta sacrifice for somebody because now it's my job. They don't think of it that way. It's not a generational thing. It was your generation had to do this, that, and the other. Now my generation got different tasks. But no, the only proper answer here is gratitude, okay? Say thank you. Give a little gift, a little cash, a little something every now and then. Don't wait till Christmas. I don't give a damn about Christmas. You took me to dinner on my birthday. Thank you. That's one day out of 365. You know how many days they got in school? About 180. You know how many days they got out of school when they in school? A few. We've had 3 in the last month. Gratitude is the only answer. I'm not going to say I'm going to spend less time with my grandson or stop providing the service because he's the beneficiary of the service. And although you get to tag along on that and it really burns my butt, I'm not going to say that. But I will make you know the only proper answer is gratitude. Try not to need anything else. Anything else. And don't be late with your rent.